Hello everyone, welcome to another video in our IGCSE Mathematics tutorial series. Today we'll be discussing the sixth topic in the first chapter, percentages. First we'll discuss calculating with a given percentage. This is the simplest calculation involving percentages. Simply multiply the given value by p over 100, where p is the given percentage. For example, if we're calculating using 50%, we do 50 divided by 100. This method is what all calculations that involve percentages are built on. Next, we'll move on to percentage increase and percentage decrease. Let's take an example problem. This will help us understand the concept better. The initial price of an apple is $2 and it increases by 25%. We will aim to find the new price. To do this, we will add 25 over 100, the percentage increase, or 0.25, to 100%, or to 1. 100% is 1. You will then multiply this by the initial price, which is $2. So we'll do 1 plus 0.25, or 1.25, multiplied by 2.5 to get our answer. When asked to calculate the value after a percentage decrease, simply do the opposite. Instead of adding P100 to 100 over 100, you subtract it. Let's talk about quantities. You will be asked to express quantities as percentages of each other. For example, the percentage of apples in a fruit basket, or the percentage of red marbles in a bag of marbles. Let's take the apple problem as an example. If there are 12 apples in a basket that contains, let's say, 50 fruits, to find the percentage of apples, we would divide 12 by 50, and then we would equate that to x over 100, where x is our percentage. We would multiply both 12 and 50 by 2 to get 24 over 100, or 24%. Let's talk about simple interest. First, we need to define interest. Interest is the increase in value over a period of time, usually years. Simple interest is calculated by calculating the percentage of increase in 1 unit of time, or 1 year, for example, and then multiplying that value by the number of units of time. So we'll find the percentage increase in 1 year, then we'll multiply that number by, say, 5 years, if that's the question, then we'd add that to the initial value. As in this example, we will find the value of an investment of $200 after 5 years at 5% simple interest. To find this, first, we find the percentage increase in 1 year, or 0.05 for 5%, multiplied by 200, which gives us 10. That is the increase in 1 year. We would then multiply that by 5 years. So 5 multiplied by 10 gives us 50. And then we add the increase to the original value, which is 200, to get our answer. So 200 plus 50 gives us 250. As always, remember to add your units in your answer if asked. So in this case, we'd add the currency. Let's talk about compound interest, the second type of interest. Compound interest is where the percentage increase after each unit of time is calculated based on the value after the previous unit of time has passed. So in the previous example, in simple interest, the percentage increase is it's static. It remains the same after, say, for a year. We'll talk about units of time as years. It's static after every year. So the initial value was 200. The increase was $10. The increase is the same each year. It's $10 each year. In compound interest, we do the first year would be $10, so 200 plus 10 gives us 210. Then for the second year, our initial value is not 200. Our initial value would be 210. So we'd calculate that again for the second year, and then so on for the third year and fourth year, and so on. This is also sometimes called as cumulative interest. Let's again take the previous example, a $200 investment, but with 5% compound interest this time instead of simple interest. We use this formula, the initial value, or 200, multiplied by 1 plus r, where r is the percentage increase, and to the power of t, where t is the unit time, the time total. So the percentage is 5, we do 1 plus 0.05, or 1.05, and our time is 5 years. We'd insert these values into the formula to get 200 multiplied by 1.05 to the power of 5 for 5 years, and we can solve this to get 255.26. Of course, rounded to 2 decimal places. As a summary, here are 2 formulas for each type of interest. This is the formula for simple interest, the initial value plus the increase per unit of time multiplied by the time. And for compound interest, it's the initial value multiplied by 1 plus r to the power of t, where r is the percentage increase and t is the time. Now, there's another type of change over time. It's depreciation. This is the reverse of interest, where instead of the value increasing each unit of time, it decreases. In other words, instead of adding, we simply subtract. So for simple depreciation, it would be the initial value minus the decrease per unit of time multiplied by the total time. And for compound depreciation, it would be the initial value multiplied by 1 minus r to the power of t, once again the time. As always, pay attention to which type of interest / depreciation is being used, so if it is simple or compound interest. Oftentimes the question won't tell you outright which one it is, but you should be able to deduce it based on the language of the question. As always, make sure to add your units to your answers. Let's talk about reverse percentages. Sometimes you will be asked to find the initial price of an item before a discount was applied, given the value of the discount and the current price of the item, This type of problem is called a reverse percentage problem. Other common examples include profit and loss, earnings, as well as percentages over 100%. Let's take the example of an item on a discount. A shoe is on sale with a 30% discount and the new price is $140. This means that $140 is 70% of the original price. Again, 100% minus 30% gives us 70%. We divide $140 by 70 to get the value of 1%, which is in this case $2. And we multiply that by 100 to get 100%, which would be $200. That is our answer. Let's take another example. This time the price of a piece of land has increased by 20%, and now it costs $240,000. This means that $240,000 is 120% of the original price, 100 plus the 20% increase. We follow the same steps, so we do the 240,000 divided by 120 to get the value of 1%, then multiply that by 100 to get the value at the original price at 100%, which would give us 200,000. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, like, comment any feedback or questions you may have, and check out our channel for more videos.